Hello and welcome to the Cowboy4Game Yugioh podcast. I'm your host Jake. Today I'm joined by Bragg from Braggio.
Hello.
And Ben from NolanTCG.
We promise we'll try not to have echoing Jake here today.
No promises. How was our week in Yugioh, Bragg? Didn't mute it all the time to you.
No, I'll be safe.
Not that loud.
It was a sad week. Not sure if I want to go too rant heavy, but I finally finished White Forest. We're going to play it at locals. That's all I have to say about this week.
That is all he has to say about this week at Yu-Gi-Oh! Because he kind of maybe got shafted a little.
There's a portion of last week's podcast that should be redacted. But he's still qualified.
Yes.
Because I made sure I was not redacted.
Ben.
My week in Yu-Gi-Oh! We want to go on my rant for this week in Yu-Gi-Oh! My rant's not that bad. My rant's just filled with disappointment. So we had states today. We will try to give you live updates on Kurt because he's currently in the final.
Yes, our man on Crystron Horus.
Yes.
I want to make sure the mic's clear on that one. Crystron Horus.
Yeah, so he's doing quite well. He's in the final against Memento. He was going to be on this podcast. Then we weren't going to wait another 2 hours for him to be back because it'll be very late by that point.
We're very tired.
Then it'll be 5 a.m.
It will be 5 a.m. This is recorded at 3 a.m. Yeah, like I went fine. All regional. I was 3-0 after the first 3 rounds. I was like, cool. Like 2 wins, I top 32 easily. 1 win, I should still probably get in because I'll have good loss resistances.
How many people in the room?
120. I then proceeded to lose 3 of my last 4 die rolls. No, I actually think I lost all 4 remaining die rolls. Won 1 of my 4 matches, so ended up going 4-3, and then I came 34th. I did not make top 32.
Oh, that's painfully close to what we joked about.
It's 1 spot off what we joked about. I would at this point like to issue a karmic apology to Jake, because last season in the final OTS champs, Jake was not going to Oceans, so I did not concede defeat to give Jake his invite. And then when he said it would have been nice if you'd scooped so I could have said I got my invite, I responded with sucks to suck. And thus karma has bit me in the ass this entire season. I've come 1 spot out of top cut at 1 or 2 spots out of top cut at every event I've been to. Literally every event. Except for YCS, because that was a disaster.
Well, it could be every event because you have your invite.
Yeah, did technically get my invite back in August, which I now have learned.
Yes.
So at the very least, like today today performed fine. Like if I went first, 1. I won die roll, 1. So I can't complain. I played Malice. Like full schmazzle. I called it poor man's Malice because I did not play 3 March Hare. I only wanted to pay for 2 March Hare. Fun fact, I picked up a 3rd March Hare as I was leaving. As I was leaving, nice. A guy was like, I'll do a good price on March Hare. And I was like, define good price. He was like $65. And I was like, that, sir, is a very good price.
I would have paid that price.
I will take this. Thank you very much. So now I'll have at least that full power for Oceans. It's going to be a good solid 2 months of grinding Malice. Because, yeah, like, I'm not going to play Mitsu Raziel. I just don't like playing ritual decks. It's just not for me. I will continue to play Malice again. Deck performed exceptionally well. If I went first, I won. I can't complain.
Malice playing into a board has always been a sticking point, and like March Hare helps a lot, but having 2 less of all the other names except for Chessie sort of mitigates that help that you have.
Yeah, like probably one of the most interesting parts of my day was like my 1 win out of my final 4 rounds. I thought things were snowballing quite badly because like my 2nd loss, so off the 3 wins I went loss. My 2nd loss was to Argo Stars. I got fucking fucked. So game 1, like I lose die roll, open nib fua fua, which does nothing against that deck. It was like nib fua fua and a starter. No, it wasn't even a starter. It was nib fua fua and lady. Backup at Ignister. I was like, oh, this is already so rough. And he just goes combo, and I'm like, sick. Game 2, I'm like, cool, I'm going first now. Oh, draw my 5 cards. I'm like, I've drawn playable. This is fine. I have normal summon plus extender. Okay. He goes Fua Ash Nib. And I'm like, fuck. So yeah, that was
Why can't I feel like that?
It
Yeah.
was like Fua Ash Nib. Like I'd given him the 1 draw, and then he ashes the. So I give him the 1 draw. He ashes me on the way through, and I'm like, fuck, okay. Go for like the standard small board pass, and he nibs me, and I'm like, okay, that's awesome. Then his 2 remaining cards in hand. Was remaining cards in hand. I don't know what the 3rd card was, but it was the 1 card starter for Argo Star and Engraver. And I was like,
Jeez.
I couldn't have let this guy have more of a custom hand. That was that loss. And then rolling into the next round, I lose die roll again. Have a hard fought game 1, and then game 2 get hit with the same 3 cards of like Ash, Fu, and Nib, but I like managed to still build a board after that. Like he nibbed
Okay.
too early.
Yep.
And then I like just went link 3 for the link 3, set a back row, pass, and like that was enough. Like pass back, and he was like, I just don't have any way to play through MPTO 7. Yep.
I've almost cut Nib just on the pure fact of I don't think there's any point against Malice where it really does matter.
You have to wait as long as possible.
And even then, it just gets worse and worse.
You have to wait till Wizard. If they resolve Wizard, you pass. Like, one point today, like, it wouldn't have mattered. This is my final loss. Game 2, again, lost die roll. Got clapped pretty hard game 1. Game 2, set up my board. He had the nib. I was playing around the nib, so I held the wizard. Because I was like, I can still get to a pretty good board without the wizard. I can end on 4 disruptions plus a draw in hand. Like, this should be fine. Last turn, he's like, cool, draw face super poly. And I was like, fuck. So that 4 disruptions turned into 2 disruptions and a draw, which he then just played through. And I was like, yeah, it happens.
Argo Star.
Mitsu, that was against Mitsu.
Oh, sorry.
That one. Yeah. That was my day. How was your day, Jake?
Days started great. Our days were remarkably similar.
We all started really well.
Yeah,
like everyone at locals was 3-0.
We were all doing,
except for the ones that weren't doing very well. Sorry.
Thank you for your fantastic analysis.
I think it was
we were all doing well, except those that weren't.
5 of us were 3-0. The others, like, I think it was just Kurt lost.
Kurt has lost.
Oh, that's sad.
That's disappointing because now all he gets is the fucking Switch.
Yeah, now he gets a Switch. It's an upgrade on his current Switch, maybe.
So bad that like
for sale.
the pricing for 3rd through 8th is better than 2nd.
Well, he gets 3 booster boxes, yeah? 4 booster.
I wish it's stacked. I mean, it doesn't say it on there, but you'd have to.
First place is a case, isn't it?
It should be 2nd gets 3rd and 4th.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have paid $65 for a March hair. Maybe could have conned Kurt and given you a March hair.
No, 2nd just gets the Switch and the plaque.
Oh, surely they get product.
No,
They have to.
But
No, it
every
doesn't
other one
say-
it says, for that it doesn't.
Surely they get product.
we'll find out.
No.
In a
We'll find
world where you get a Switch over 2 booster boxes. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, I suppose very quickly, very well done to Kurt for coming 2nd.
He'll be on next week's podcast to give us a breakdown. We'll also do a deck profile.
Yeah, Horace. Okay, so for my week, so on Tuesday I was still on my bullshit, which was Horus Malice Orcust, and one Tuesday. However, despite the confidence boost that gave me, I thought it best to just take in something a bit more sensible. So 4 states today, I took in Fiendsmith Unchained. The first 3 rounds went good. Although it has to be said for the entire event, I don't think I've ever been more charmed more in my life. Like, draw phase Perulia almost always, and then like the second I commit to a Fua loss, like constantly.
There were multiple times today where I got forward and like I knew how to play around the Fua. I'd get forward, give them 1 draw, set up 2 to 3 interruptions pass.
Malice can do that.
Yep.
Unchained Fiendsmith cannot do that.
No.
So that was annoying. Yeah, so the first 3 rounds went fine. My first 2 opponents both lost the first game, then going into game 2 made me go first again. I guess in an attempt to like make me side in all the hand traps and board breakers and not have combo, which in fairness worked to their favor because I wasn't able to set up powerful boards that I wanted to.
Fair.
Yeah, and then rounds 4.
Maybe it's also a case of like Super Poly's quite prevalent, so maybe Super Poly into the board seems good.
But like, it just depends on whether they're playing the Super Poly target for what is my typical end board, which is Caesar, Desiree, and maybe the Unchained Link if I haven't got the setup to Reborn, which isn't like a super easy thing to Super Poly.
Okay.
But anywho, so yeah, round 4 was Mitsu Raziel. I think, yeah, so that was the opponent where I drolled him in game 3. He set up Castiel and Featherstorm to skip my turn, and then continued to just fucking dumpster me because my turn was skipped.
It is so dog. Like, Castiel in the Featherstorm is one of the most dog combinations that has ever existed.
That card should have been banned years ago. Literal years ago. It was fucking terrible back then.
No, we have to ban
fucking
Castiel.
Terrible now.
We have to ban every wing beast rank 4.
Yeah.
No, just ban the bad trap. Anyway, round 5 was against Malice. I just opened dog shit. Like, I think I was able to Lancia them, but I just had nothing else going for me in the hand. Then round 6. If my round 6 opponent is watching, I hate you when you suck. You're a terrible, terrible person.
Did you get the Border Stone guy? No.
No. He wasn't.
There was a Border Stone guy that made top 32.
He was playing, my round 6
opponent
was playing Mitsu Raziel, and he was just an unbearable human being.
Okay. Fair.
And I would have played the 7th round, but
watching.
I was so fucking tilted from that person that I just dropped.
You X3 or X4?
I was X3.
You probably should play the last round.
Yeah, I probably should have. But, as I said, tilted. He angered me so much. It's been a very long time since I've had someone annoy me that much.
Would a Victory Impossible top have overrode that negativity?
No. No, if anything, I would have gotten my plaque and like stabbed him in the eye.
Don't bring the plague here, please.
This, I guess, probably. Is this where we're going to move on from states?
Yes.
Probably just one last thing I want to say before we move on.
Are we moving on? Before we move on.
I'll have a rider as well.
Okay. This is just related to the general pricing. Mega Games Penrith is fantastic. Like, don't get me wrong. They host good tournaments. They put a lot of effort in. Like, the Lucky Door prizes are fantastic. They give those out. I did have an issue with today's pricing, though. Of $25 rego, but only 3 booster packs, and you get a pack of inner sleeves.
Yeah, that was
like,
odd.
I would rather the 4th pack.
Is it because we got the field centers as well?
No, so like I'm fairly sure we were supposed to get 4 packs. I don't know where the sleeves came into it. Like, they're dog shit sleeves. Like, they are fucking horrid sleeves. And for them to be subbed out instead of a pack in our pricing, like I really like Mega Games Penrith, but I do feel like that was a point. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be shitty.
But yeah, I suppose
This is not a star pack.
as you said, to counterbalance that, they do the Lucky Door prizes, which they don't have to do. They're under no obligation to do that.
And I think it's fantastic they do. They put a lot of effort in the value in those Lucky Door prizes. It's quite good.
Yeah.
For a random...
Josh got a new t-shirt.
You get a new t-shirt. That was his once per year t-shirt.
Even the t-shirt he was wearing today, it looked ancient. It was so color worn.
Yes.
Well, as long as it's not inappropriate.
Right?
I don't like capped events at this level of tournaments.
I do feel as though they should be, like, considering we hit the cap every year, they should be doing better to find it.
Before today, like, it would have changed because people have things happen, plus other shenanigans going on. Before today, I think, like, maybe a week ago, the waiting list was at least 60 people who had literally contacted them and put their name down. There was a whole bunch of people waiting outside the store as well to get in.
The people that do that, please get out of the way. This is the second straight event I've shown up and lined up in a line of people waiting at the front door, only to be told after waiting for 10 minutes that, oh, these people don't actually have a spot in this event. They're just waiting here.
In fairness, when we got there, like everyone was just kind of in a ball, and the dude came out and said, if you are not registered, you are on the wait list, go over there.
Yeah.
Like he wanted them separated.
Like,
but it's
there
just
was
one of
a
those
line
things.
at the door when I got there.
It's just one of those things. People like don't. Like they listen at the time they're told, and then eventually it just fucking miasmas into nothing. Like even today, when they were announcing like, oh, they're pricing this, like it took them ages for everyone to shut the fuck up, and then like as she finished a sentence, everyone at the back started talking again.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, that's fucking so shitty.
Like,
I'm trying to listen.
We also ran into the issue at a point as well. It was at the end of the day. They were like, if you know you're not going to be top 32, please come up now and collect your pricing.
no one came up.
Bro, the amount of people that came up like while I was in line to get my pricing that were like, yeah, I'm 100th. It's like, did you not listen when they said, if you are not top, if you don't think you have a chance of making top 32, please come and get your pricing now.
Yeah, it's just so frustrating, and I can only imagine how bad it'd be for the people that were actually there working. Like they're trying to do their job and they're trying to make it as easy as possible.
And they're lovely people.
They're really nice people. They've been working all day. I don't think I ever really saw them stop work.
Yeah.
So the people that have come in to just blatantly ignore instruction and just be rude in general.
Want to avoid your problem though with that. No cap.
And I think that stems from the fact that the venue just simply isn't large enough to host the amount of people that we would like to see. Like if it was a position where they said, okay, States doesn't have a cap because we're hosting it here, everyone can register. I think we'd get more than the 60 plus people that were on the waiting list.
Yeah. Because people just give up once they know it's booked out.
Exactly.
I'm out. Yeah. I think we could probably pretty easily get 200 to 250.
But it just comes into where like we can actually get that kind of, because as we found out with the dramas of YCS, getting
A venue of that size is not simple.
Yeah. I think when we had Oceanics at, I think it was the Campbelltown Town Hall or one of those, that was a very big like thing because they were able to do side events. This was for...
That was Oceans and Nationals
Yeah, that was
2019?
Yes.
2018.
So obviously the budget's going to be slightly different for that. But in saying that, that was the States and...
That was Trick Striker, yes. That was 2018.
Yes, it was 2018.
It was also Nationals, not States. It was pre-States thing. I had this conversation with Andrew the other day that he thought those were always States, and I was like, no.
Yeah, no.
They just host them on the long weekend.
F-States.
I'm trying to remember the phrasing of, was States meant to be Nationals level pricing at a state level? YCS level pricing? What was the...
I believe it was Nationals level pricing.
That's why we're getting a Switch.
True. Very true.
That's why Kurt's coming home with us, baby.
You better have some
And
fucking
may or
packs.
may not product.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we're all wrapped up on that, we can move on to some news.
Move on to the news.
Perfect. So, first bit of news, we start with the Master Duel. So first off, they had a bit of a quality of life update. So they've just added a few more icons that sort of designate what kind of effects and things you're under.
I noticed because in the lead up to this event, I did not get to test Malice close to at all because I didn't have my cards in time. I also was not in a position where I could have sat down at a simulator and tested.
Yep.
So I played a lot of Master Duel this week because I was probably going to play Fire King coming to this event.
True, you did mention this. And Fire King is effectively the same in Master Duel as in TCG.
Yeah, I figured it was the closest as possible to have an actual good deck to play. I did notice that there's a nib countdown timer. I don't know how long that's been a thing for, but there's a
On
nib.
the card?
Yeah, there's a nib countdown timer.
Yeah. It took me so long to figure out what that was because at first it just sits at 0, and I was like, what
the fuck is this? And then eventually I was like, oh, this is ticking up. And then it dawned on me. That is the low level of brain power that Master Duel requires.
Honestly, we thought it was
the Nibiru summons.
like, I'm pretty sure I'll know when to activate Nibiru
When it
because
lights up
Nibiru
and
will
says,
flash up and
"Here we
say,
go."
"Would you like me? Would you like to throw me at the board now?"
At the very least, it's like, well, when they only commit to 3 summons, you'll know.
Oh, the turn's over.
Like that kind of thing exists from people like complaining to be like, I thought I could Nibiru, but then I couldn't. And it's like, what?
Master Duel is hard.
Like,
But yeah, that's there for the weak and brainless. Moving on,
Argo Stars.
yeah. There was
Still
definitely
can't believe I
more.
lost that.
Okay, it might be in the next link. So yeah, there was definitely more quality of life updates, which will hopefully be in this link because we did have a big update on May 9th. So we've got the announcement of the WCS qualifiers operating same as Duelist Cup, stage 1 and stage 2. So it'll be June 4th to June 16th that's running. We've got some updates to the secret packs. Ubell's getting all its stuff integrated into its pack. I think also has the... Oh, no, that's... Yeah, no, it's Phantasmal Summoning Beast. That's the bad card.
Oh no.
Anyway.
Lacrim is the only card that matters here.
Get to that. Don't fucking rush it.
It was on the... Oh, wait, no, the people can't see the...
No, we're flying blind.
Yeah, we're flying blind.
Anyway, Super Heavy
Stability.
Samurai gets all its new support finally added into its pack, even though it's like been banned and unbanned in the meantime. Roused from Destruction, the Unchained and Fire King cards all in one pack. For you to find.
Already cracked. You know how much gems I spent building Fire King. I had none of the cards.
Oh,
I spent all my gems.
wow.
I spent my 7,000 gems.
We have a new
Also,
secret pack?
I learned apparently
Secret.
the old-fashioned way of like crafting a card to then generate the pack doesn't work if you've had the pack generated before.
Yes, it does.
Didn't work when I was like, I'll
Was
craft
the
a
pack still in the
Ponix.
store?
No, I was like, I'll craft a Ponix. The Ponix pack then like didn't. The Fire King pack didn't appear.
Ah. Yeah, it's only just been added to the pack.
Oh, so I was just fucking. It was never going to exist.
You just pick. Yeah.
I picked the deck that didn't have a pack.
Yes,
Yeah, pretty
until
much.
today.
Like it gave it because it generated a pack when I crafted the shit Ponix or shit Gurix.
Uh-huh.
And then it was like Fire King pack, and I was like, "You fucking kidding me?
This
Like,
doesn't
it's
have any of the
It's
cards
the
on it.
old pack. Fucking damn.
Because they only just have the new pack. We get another secret pack, the Tranquil Benediction, which is of
The reference to Pope Benedict.
Ah,
He was a shit pope.
Shut up.
was he?
Pope Benedict was the.
Oh wait, no,
Palpatine.
Benedict was the
you
one.
didn't, yeah, he was the
Yeah,
you didn't rape
Palpatine.
no one pope.
Yeah. Moving on. So this is the Voiceless Voice pack. There's also
Just on the Pope, just a funny thing before we move
There's a
on.
Pope signal there.
There's a Pope thing.
Mhm.
Pope likes Kanye West. He definitely retweeted some Kanye West stuff back in the day that maybe
Yeah,
doesn't
what-
hold up.
Yeah, when that was the character at the time for him.
When he like fucking retweeted like Jesus is King is now like #1 fucking charts.
When
or something.
Benedict starts retweeting current Kanye, then we have a problem.
yeah, then we have a legitimate issue.
Of a
And-
zombie Pope, a zombie Nazi Pope.
Is he dead?
Benedict?
Yeah.
Yeah, a few
I
years
thought
ago.
he was the one that abdicated because he was so shit.
Yeah, and then he was stayed alive for 10 years.
Anyway, also with the Voiceless Voice, we have the Nephthys because people really like Jesus Christ. New mate, Fiendsmith Engraver. So this is a deluxe mate.
We need better
I
definition
do
than
want
those
to point
abs.
out today. So I used my Fiendsmith playmat because I was like, well, maybe people think I'm playing Fiendsmith. I got deck checked in round 3 and had to fucking like stare at my playmat for 15 minutes.
He got lost in the abs.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I
is
definitely was like
this
this-
doing it for you?
I was looking at the veiny eye on fucking
This thing?
Requiem. It's like on the playmat, that eye is veiny as fuck. I was like, that's uncomfortable.
It pops out in the ulti from the Stampede pack and run your finger over it.
On Requiem.
The veins.
Engraver.
Engraver. Right. So,
Those abs.
this is a deluxe mate. So this one, similar to the Dragon Maid one and a couple other ones, does a transformation. I've purchased a mate, but I haven't implemented it yet. But from the screenshot that I saw, it is terrifying.
Did he get eaten up by?
No, because he
Requiem?
turns into
Which one?
Big Fusion. Yeah, so he turns into Desiree.
Green Battle Face?
And I don't know when. I haven't put it on yet.
Dragon Maid changes in Battle Face.
Anyway, these weird arm things come out because he's made up of weapons and fiends. The weapons like come out as like arms. He looks like General Grievous. It's terrifying.
I was expecting him.
We get a sleeve, the Dark Supremacy.
Foreshadowing.
A new mate base for water.
Not foreshadowing.
Just moving through the attributes. Ben's favorite.
I already foreshadowed this one.
Argo Star background.
The Argo Star field spell negating chain link, like on the next chain, actually was relevant. Outside of that, the Argo Stars did literally nothing.
We get Punk Jam Fever icon. We get a new mate in Depress Pard.
I don't know what card that is.
Yeah, what the
So
hell?
this was like one of those Dread cards that got announced like 2 or 3 packs ago. It has a weird summoning condition that it like summons with low attack, and then if something happens, it becomes like double attack and does piercing. It's really weird.
This is what happens when we stop doing draft tournaments. Not draft. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
He said it. He said it. It's recorded.
What happens when we stop doing draft tournaments? Draft. D-R-A-F-T.
We do have a new selection pack, though, as well. The Wrath of the Tyrants. So, as you can see from the picture, we're getting Argo Stars, the new Supreme King or Supreme Lord or Dark Lord or whatever the fuck it is, hero support, and the new Atlanteans.
Foreshadowing. We're going to talk about it later.
Sure.
I want the people to know that we're foreshadowing the thing that they were here waiting for.
The most interesting thing about this pack, however, is one thing that's not even shown on the artwork, which is the Lacrima Weeping Crimson Tears or whatever the fuck its stupid name is.
I was honestly surprised when they were like, Lacrima's in the pack. They didn't also announce that it was another band that was going to come to Fiendsmith.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Lacrima's in the pack. Well, Engraven one?
Wait, is Agnum Day? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so Agnum Day is a super, and they kept the bad fusion in there as an ultra.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good. Agnum Day being ultra. That's just one. It would have been okay.
Is there anything? If you like Mermals, they're there.
Yay!
Oh, and Dippity.
Oh, Slippity Dippity.
The artwork of this is so cool. I love it.
Not here and there. Is it drowning? Is that a different universe?
Looks like they're in for a lawsuit.
Well, it's like a little gin that's trapped in the bottle.
It like legitimately looks like fucking something from Here to Slay.
Kind of does. It kind of looks like...
Time for another lawsuit.
Oh, there he is.
Depress Pard.
So yeah.
Its attack becomes 5,000.
Yeah, it becomes huge
Jesus
for
fucking
seemingly no
Christ.
reason. Because he's depressed and then he gets angry. Anyway, but
Give
yeah.
the sealed tournaments back.
Oh, so this didn't have the thing in Master Duel, which I thought was the best update that they've had. But now I've forgotten it because... Fuck. No, I can't remember what it is. Anyway, when I remember it, I'll bring it back next week.
Okay.
Price support for YCS is changing.
Well, this could have been nice for...
I have positive thoughts about this.
This trickles down to...
I also have really negative thoughts about this. This also works for states next year, yeah.
So, these will be given out to duelists that make day 2 up to top 16 at YCS and WCQ events. So, I'll just...
Or maybe we'll have these for
So,
Oceans.
rare cards for TCG territories at YCS and WCQ events. Each duelist that makes day 2 will receive a prize card from a pool of 10. So, the 10 that they've exhibited here, we have...
Keep in mind, like, X4 is day 2 for our Oceans.
So the 10 that have been exhibited in the little picture that we have, we've got the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I think it's one of the better artworks.
It's
Movie
the
pack.
literal mid artwork.
Movie pack.
It is the mid
It's-
artwork.
Okay.
It doesn't look too bad.
It's
in
not
the new-
potato artwork. which is
It's
the
not,
important thing.
but it is the mid artwork. If I like, me and Andrew legitimately listed out all the arts and we ranked them, it was the middle artwork.
That should be something that is like recorded for content. Not just that, like the DMG, because there's fucking thousands of artworks.
That's an idea
for
for
her now.
Loza, ranking Dark Magician Girl artworks.
He's definitely done Dark Magician. I remember
Well,
that.
One day we'll get Andrew in here to rank Blue Eyes artworks.
But anyway, besides Blue Eyes, we've also got Cyber Dragon, Gale, Whirlwind, Gaga Magician.
So we're acknowledging that one?
Hell.
Well,
No,
yeah.
Gaga Magician.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean,
yeah.
imagine if it was
Our
Cowboy.
condolences have to go out to Lachlan. His entire stock is gone.
Should be Cowboy.
Meaningless.
Should have been Cowboy.
Dante.
I'm fine with literally every other card in this pack, except for that.
Okay. Dante. Doll Fusion. Pot of Desires. Charge of the Light Brigade. The Rival Cyberse ad Ignista. I feel like that one's one you should more have a problem
That's
with.
the second worst one. But there is night and day between a Rival Cyberse and fucking Gaga Magician.
In fairness, they are bringing out Gaga support.
If Gaga Magician is your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card,
Oh no.
there are so many negative things that I could say about you that I just want you to think of anything that comes to your head. I said that to you.
I think there's a good chance there is.
Lachlan has what, 15 of them?
It wasn't because
Yeah, it's because they're worth $1.
Worth even less now. And then finally,
that's possible.
DDD High Wave King Caesar, which is interesting because I thought that card would be banned.
Yeah, look. So we thought the same thing about Dante, but look, here we are.
True.
Yeah.
So we've got some numbers stipulations here. If the event has under 513, the top 64 duelists will receive the 1 of 10. If the event has between 513 and 1,024, the top 128 will receive 1 out of 10. If the event has 1,024 and above, the 256 duelists.
So top 64 gets this prize card at Oceans.
Yep.
This is just another top cut prize.
We need to get 1024
Wait, what about the
people
day?
to YCS.
So you got the day 2 and the top cut one. Is it just day 2 or is it just top cut or is it day 2 as well? Because it says day 2.
Hang on, yeah. So these are
But
different
that
again.
will just be top cut. Top 64.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that one
Unless
for
we get
top
top
32,
32,
and then that
1024.
one for top 16.
1024. Come on, come all. Let's fill this bitch out.
Only like 200 invites have been given. I actually think it's less than that. Like, there is not many invites.
No, as in
circulating
for YCS
Oceans.
next year.
Yeah.
So we can get the 256.
Would be nice. I mean,
256.
we nearly had those kind of numbers, but then like 100 and something of them left because they thought they had to register to play.
Yeah, a bunch of people just
Old
fucking no
formats.
code.
They didn't no show. They were there, just not for YCS.
Yeah, they were there. I'm here for Giant Card. So you entered into the YCS.
Now this is out of sequence
no.
technically. We kind of spoke about it before. Actually, I'm not going to speak about it again. We got the tactical support.
It's the tactical
I
surprise.
can't fucking read.
We know 2 of the 3.
Definitely just take it.
That's all right. I'll yell to another side.
One of them is very good. Like there is some very good card in here.
So we'll start with
Some very good card.
some very good card. We'll start with what I don't believe is the very good card. The Dark Magician support.
Oh, like this is good.
I think it's good for Dark Magician, sure.
I think this is good just because of how free it is.
It is kind of free. So this is the feature card, in fact, the Dark Magician of Destruction. So needs a Dark Magician plus a light or dark monster, or special summoner by banishing a level 6 or higher dark spellcaster monster control during the turn, a spell card or effect previously activated.
Fun fact, that's a lot of fucking cards.
Yeah, it is alarmingly generic.
Activate Wanted, you've got your card. Activate Ready Fusion, you've got your card.
Yeah, so that's one of the combo lines that people are talking about. The Diablo Stars or the is it Ready Fusion?
Ready Fusion into Sandwich.
Yeah, that one.
I wonder how expensive Sandwich has gotten.
It had a reprint.
Did?
Yeah.
But it was like Astral Pack reprint, yeah? Or they
No,
reprint
no.
it?
It was like one of the Rarity Collection reprints.
Fuck you, Konami.
How dare you foresee our needs and print for them? The name of this card is Dark Magician while on the field or in the graveyard.
I haven't
This
actually read the other card, by the way. I want to get that out there.
Just as well, we're getting to it.
Yeah.
If this card is special summoned, add a Dark Magician or a card that mentions it for every deck to your hand. Fun fact, no one's adding Dark Magician.
This adds Timaeus, yeah?
Not original Timaeus.
The new. Okay.
Yes. Because
Just when you said there was 2 of the 3, thought you meant 2 of the 3 Dark Magician cards, and not the fact that we hadn't got the 3rd archetype.
Timaeus, the United Dragon, new fusion, needs a Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl plus a Dragon or Spellcaster monster. Again, fairly generic. After this card is special summoned until the end of your turn, and your next turn, it is unaffected by other card effects. It has 2800 attack. That's not enough for a level 10. If this card battles during damage calculation, make it gain 100 attack for each spell card in the grave and banishment.
Banishment.
But it says graveyards and banishment. Banishment's not a plural, but it still includes them all. Is it like fish and fish?
Based on this card text, do we share banish piles?
Exactly.
That's interesting.
Can I summon back from my opponent's banishment because we just have the same banishment?
That's right. What were you whinging about the other day? Materials or something? They misspelled material on one of the fusion cards.
Oh well.
Probably a typo. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, target a spell, trap on the field, destroy it. This card doesn't do enough.
Oh, it's fairly free.
Relatively. Sorry, I'm just zooming. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Fuck you.
It almost has to be 2800 attack because that 100 attack, like, it'll be 35 most of the time, yeah?
Oh, it's an old art. I didn't see that before. Anyway,
But yeah, twice.
I feel like for a level 10 fusion, this could either have more attack or do more things.
It's to make trains.
Not though. Anyway, the new Timaeus card, which was mentioned before, the Gaze of Timaeus.
It's not Pride Month.
It will be soon.
They don't get support.
So, quick play spell. Target a Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl you control or in your graveyard. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck that mentions it as material by shuffling monsters into the deck. Banish it during the end phase of the next turn.
Shuffle that monster.
This is treated as a special summon with the Eye of Timaeus.
This summons Dragoon.
Yes.
With your ready fusion target.
So the contact fuse searches that, which he's then Dark Magician, which then becomes Dragoon.
Yay!
They're relatively free. And then the alt art, which I mentioned before. So this is the Secrets of Dark Magic, which I think is the fusion. Yes.
I think 1 negates enough nowadays. Because remember, it doesn't get the pops if it's summoned this way.
Would it not get the 1 to use Dark Magician?
Great question.
Not a question for us.
Yeah. I just remember people bitching in fucking Loz's comment section. Being, it doesn't get pops because
shocking. The
this way.
Dark Magician Legion bitching about the support.
It's not
it's
the
either
original
too
way.
Good, it's either too good and it's too far away from the original anime, or it's not good enough because it doesn't do the thing. Rave Dactyl, are you here?
Speaking of Rave Dactyl being here.
Yes, the Masked Hero support coming in the tactical try. So we have
literally just fucking Iron Man.
This one?
No, the other 2.
Okay, we'll get to that.
The fires are just Iron Man cards.
So Masked Hero Dustcrow, which is the feature card. If this card's in your hand, you can banish a hero monster from your graveyard, special summon this card. DC and Marvel, surely. Unless Karnami just wants fight.
Definitely a pose.
Like,
I mean, that's just hero pose, though. Surely that's not trademark.
Is it Black Panther or is it fucking Batman?
No, it's Duskcrow. Can't you read?
Okay, I've just realized it's definitely Black Panther. Black as dusk, and then another animal. It's definitely just meant to be Black Panther.
Crows, the panthers of the sky.
Wait, what if it's too close to the crow, as in got shot and died the crow?
Well, this one does kill itself.
I've just realized, does Jake not...
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It does. It banishes 1 hero monster.
I found out the other day that the director of John Wick is the guy who is filling in as the stunt double on the crow.
Huh.
Who's the director of John Wick?
No fucking clue what his name is.
No, that's the thing. Like, I'm questioning whether or not his last name is also Lee.
It could be.
Okay.
Can we keep reading?
Yeah, let's talk about the Iron Man cards.
So, if Black Panther is normal special summoned, you can add a Masked Hero monster. Sure. Masked Hero monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, except itself. And then Masked Hero Furnace, which is the only other masked hero at time of recording. Reveal this card in your hand, add a mask change or polymerization from your deck to your hand, then discard 1 card. You cannot special extra deck the turn you activate this effect except hero monsters.
You're getting locked anyway with the good stuff. So
If you special summon a non-fire hero fusion monster, you card from your graveyard. If it was but banish it when it leaves.
So rather interestingly, this new support lets you get to the hero negate.
They have one of those?
Yeah, so the original mask change fusion that has to be fusion summoned with poly and cannot be mask changed into is a negation.
Oh.
However, it doesn't negate from hand. It only negates on-field cards by targeting them, so you still get nibbed and lose. It doesn't negate the thing that you specifically lose to.
Well, maybe the new masked hero can help them. Masked hero Atomic.
Masked hero also is an Iron Man, by the way.
No, that's definitely not Iron Man from the end game.
Yeah,
No,
just like the
looks nothing
one
like
we
that.
just went past definitely isn't like the primitive cave Iron Man. It just is.
Someone went to Comic-Con.
Look, Atomic is
what?
just a reskin.
I mean, the guy did say in the comments that his settlement's done. It's over.
Yeah, the floodgates are open.
Yeah, yeah.
Now. We're stealing all the heroes.
All these ones we've been
Watch
sitting
out,
on.
George Lucas. We got more Cosmo cards coming.
I want more Cosmo cards.
Must be so.
By the way, I definitely subjected Jasmine to a Cosmo rant on the way home.
Oh,
Out of the blue, I was like, I'm just going to tell you about Cosmo.
just break testing relationships.
Yep. Guess what?
So, must be special summon with mask change. I don't know if I read his name. His name is Atomic.
You definitely said it was Atomic, because that's the only reason that I knew it was Atomic, because I didn't actually read it.
Perfect. If this card special summon, target a non-fire masked hero monster in your graveyard or banished. Special summon it in defense mode, ignoring its summoning conditions. So you can just foolish here. Yeah. Anyway, you wouldn't, but you could.
What?
Like just bin one for reasons. I don't
No,
know how you.
they're
would
still
bin
not
one.
legally summoned. Yeah.
It's ignoring its summoning condition.
No, there's a difference between it not being originally legally summoned and ignoring its summoning conditions.
It's fine.
It's because the other one has to specifically be polyed.
Fine, just cheat. The first time this card will be destroyed by battle or card effect, it's not. During your end phase, target a change quick play spell in your graveyard, set it. Okay, so this is just the engine card. It just gets everything going.
The fact that when they released Masked Hero Contrast, they were like, negates are too good in the game. We can't have you mask change an extra deck monster to summon this. No, you have to hard poly fucking 2 Dark Laws to make.
And then we get a alternate art of Dark Law. What is apparently
I actually
doing
would have guessed that's the other one.
the Wrecker's Rider kick from the manga. Sure.
Cool. I mean, that's where most of these cards are actually probably from, too.
Look, the fact that it didn't specify what manga, and I don't know who Wrecker is.
Well, you've got.
That looks like Asta Phoenix. That's why I was like, is Asta Phoenix Wrecker in Japanese? Anyway, I definitely was just like, that could just be a different superhero manga that they ripped off.
So far. Now, we mentioned a little while back that they were getting a new powerful version.
A new urinary tract
Uriah.
infection?
I mean, no, but.
New UTI just dropped, guys. It's red and veiny.
Oh, Jesus
And
Christ.
searing.
Oh, dear Lord. But anyway, they hyped up this card saying that you couldn't use it in a duel because it was too powerful. It's literally just an alt art with different text. That's why you can't use it, because the text is gibberish.
The fake Hebrew, Egyptian, whatever.
That is all.
Awesome.
But we do get
So happy this exists.
We do get the other GX. Sorry, I forgot what the fucking thing was called.
You've got where the heroes are from, Jake?
Oh, yeah, we get the
You're a real Yu-Gi-Oh
Thunderman
fan.
Retrain and Water Dragon.
So, the Thunderman Retrain, Thunder Giant Voltic Thunder, just 2 hero monsters with different attributes. Which
It's not a negate.
How can you fuse Avian and Bastinatrix into this?
if it's special summoned and your opponent controls more cards than you do, destroy all cards on the field. You contribute this fusion summon card using a normal monster as material, then target 1 elemental monster in your graveyard, summon it.
Well, at least it eats a negation.
This card's name is Light Water Dragon. This card's name's always traded as Water Dragon. You can banish this card. You control special summon 3 level 5 or lower water and/or wind dinosaur monsters from your deck in defense position. With effects indicated, you cannot special summon for the extra deck for the rest of the turn except dinosaurs and sea serpents.
You know what? I've just realized in this exact moment that I respect Konami. Because like Bandai trading cards games, like the moment they fucking run out of ideas, at about the 2-year mark, they're like multicolored cards. Bet you haven't seen those before. The fact that we've never released cards that specifically in the top corner are dual attribute.
Yeah, they just put it in the text.
I've got respect for Konami for them to have not just released a light dark monster. Instead of having an effect that makes it something else, they're like literally just both attributes in the top corner.
Have you ever summoned a monster in Master Duel that has multiple attributes?
No.
That being said,
Like a little coin flip.
I would appreciate the effect saying it is also a light monster. I would appreciate it.
Yeah, that would have been good. Because it's light water dragon.
Drill armed dragon.
Wait, can we go back? So that's summons 3 fucking dinosaurs from the deck. Surely that's okay.
But what do you do with them?
Surely this will come up eventually. I mean, you turn into more dinosaurs and sea serpents.
It has to be specifically a
sucks.
water or wind dinosaur, though.
Yeah.
All the good ones are earth and fire.
Yeah, for the moment. When we had the year of wind in 2029, pick up your water dragons.
Speaking of wind, drill armed dragon. You can send this card and one other wind monster from your hand to the graveyard for the rest of the turn, or wind dragon monsters you control gain 300 attack.
Fuck yeah, Parlor's getting so big.
It's 2029.
Banish any number of dragon monsters that are level 7.
He's got 3k now.
Banish any number of dragon monsters that are level 7 or higher and or wind from your graveyard. Add 1 dragon monster from your deck to your hand with a level equal to the number banished except itself.
That's a steep cost.
How big a dragon you want to add. And also, if you're banishing the dragon rules, you get pluses.
Yeah, but you have to do this from the field. This is like, if this was a discard from hand to this effect, I'd actually be pretty happy. Or if it triggered whilst in grave, like Snow.
Because it says, oh no, because it says it can't add itself. Yeah, that's ass. Okay.
Yeah, like if it banished from grave like Snow,
Oh,
I'd actually respect that.
the armed dragon tutor spell. Can it summon any level 4 or lower armed dragon?
Yep.
Okay, so you can use the tutor spell maybe to get that at like the end once you've done some stuff. Maybe.
Sure.
I don't know. I'm trying to throw the little drill dragon a bone.
Like the armed dragon stuff seemingly is designed to work with dragon rulers. So like, I'm sure this also is supposed to work with dragon ruler.
That's the idea.
Like, just saying that could have been a Snow type effect, and I would have actually liked that.
That would have been cool. Drawbread or Drawpan.
I actually like this.
I really like this card. So this is the egg sandwich card that we had a hint on last week.
Drawbread.
If you have a monster in your graveyard, pay 200 life points, draw 1 card, and then reveal it. If it's a monster, apply the effect based on its attribute. If it's different to the monster in your graveyard, draw another card. The same as the monster in your graveyard, discard a card. Like,
fair.
I just think that pluses for so many different decks.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
You want the discard? Great.
You literally just
wanted-
fucking target your Mole Charmy and be like, I didn't draw a Mole Charmy, yay. Like,
Yeah, I love that.
this is a fantastic going second card.
Oh, yeah. Not in this format, though, because you're going to get fucking... Lastly, we have the Chronicle sleeves. So...
Where the book.
Yeah, no, we're not.
Where the book.
So this one is the anime art, I think specifically, of Albaz and Ecclesia.
Oh, look,
so
little
this is coming-
Spriggans.
Yeah, they're all there.
Hey.
including
Wait, what's
the-
go back up the top? I have to be real. The one that's like top left looked like some fucking orca whale motherfucker, and I was like, what? Just on my first glance, I feel like it was zoomed more of you before you clicked
Yeah,
it.
it kind of was.
Like that,
Right there?
that
Oh.
like horn with the black underneath it looked like,
That's flirtily.
yeah, but it looked kind of like an orca whale at first glance, and I was like, I don't remember that being in the lore.
It was in the great sand sea of Gorgondo.
Today was also the day that I, like, the first time ever I got fucking
possibly be going?
I got Spirit Dragon locked in Blue Eyes with them summoning the Albaz.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The H seal.
Sure.
First time
yeah.
it ever happened to me today, and I was like, oh yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, I've had that package like in my bag ready to give to Andrew for like a month. He just hasn't rocked up to locals to get it.
Yep.
So anyway, these sleeves are coming out at, that seems,
Well, that's because it's USD, Jake. They're going to be like $15 here, even though they're $5 USD.
still 15. Oh yeah, 15 for 50. Yeah, that makes sense.
They also released in October.
Oh, that's a while away.
Yeah.
But we still haven't seen the anime.
I mean, that's when the anime will be out, right? Because surely we'll do another Sky Striker chapter. They can't just leave it at what we got.
50 total cards.
I mean, yeah, but like most people would only use this on their extra deck anyway. So 50 is fine.
Fair.
It's an odd number because you're not going to get a full usage out of all of them.
So the
maths doesn't math.
Man, I played a lot of opponents today that were playing sleeves and playmats that matched, and then it wasn't the deck they were playing. I was like, respect.
I mean, it's the same as you playing the Fiendsmith, Matt, when you were playing Thingy. It's just versionary tactics. But anyway, we move on to some questions. If you weren't aware, we do have a Discord. Link is in the description below. Feel free to jump in, say hi, and ask us questions. I don't want to update now, iPhone. You mother.
Updating now.
Ooh, question. Okay. So
a question has been
first
asked.
question is from Caleb. What is your favorite color combination in general for clothing, jewelry, hair, dye, etc.?
Jake is orange and a slightly different shade of orange.
Wouldn't combine oranges. That'd be stupid. Orange and black.
Pink and black.
Look, I've in the past been a sucker for a red and black combination. I think red and black combination goes hard. However, as I have become a more mature adult, as I've matured, I am now much more on the side of a nice shade of sky blue and then maybe a nice green pairing it. It's a much more mature tone to your outfits.
As opposed to blue and orange or the Nick stuff.
Yeah. The Nick stuff is hard to wear.
Disgusting.
Like, you have to go, like, full retro outfit to pull off Nick's merch. Like, it's tough. Orange and blue is difficult.
That is a difficult pairing.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound great.
Yeah. It also needs to be, like, the statement piece of your clothes. You can't wear much color outside of that.
Next question is from Rye Guy. Or he has two questions, I can see. How long does a deck generally take to... Oh, sorry. How long does a deck generally keep you interested for?
We're about to find out whether or not I can stay interested in playing Malice for the next 3 months. Like typically, look, given that last year I played a lot of fucking Snake Eyes, like
you played so much fucking Snake Eyes, even more than what you thought you did.
Yeah, like looking back, I'm like, fuck, I played 9 months of Snake Eyes.
I did bring it up to you at several points too, and you're like, nah, it's fine.
And you still could be, to be honest.
You shut your goddamn face.
Like, I have to really enjoy a deck to play it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the fact that Snake Eyes was good made me go like, yeah, I'll keep playing Snake Eyes.
That is definitely a factor.
I kept playing it until I had to get the Diablo stuff. Not the Diablo. The
Azamina?
That stuff. Once it required that was when I was like, oh, this isn't the deck that I signed up for anymore. Not
Purple
playing
cards?
this anymore.
Blech.
Yeah, pretty much. Look, Ryziel, I enjoyed. In a local setting, Ryziel is difficult to play. Like,
expand?
You get hard counted. When everyone at locals is like, you are playing Ryziel, I am going to side deck stuff to fuck you. It's like, cool. That's every fucking round. It's so hard to win every round of locals when everyone you play is like, I just side decked 6 cards to beat you, and I also was main decking shit to beat you. It's a bit kind of like, well, fuck me.
I didn't even need to go that hard on Malice.
Yeah, like,
just got the level 5 and everything's fine.
Like, shit decks or like just decks I'm here to fuck around with typically hold my interest for probably 3 weeks to a month. A good deck that holds my interest, yeah, like 9 months. A good deck that doesn't hold my interest, probably about 2 months, maybe 3. So, well, I'm already going to be selling Malice the moment Oceans is finished. So, Sign up to buy my Malice
it's
deck.
You already got
interesting.
your next deck in mind.
You better believe
Yummy's coming.
Well, yeah. So
Yummy.
I guess you, in that instance, you have a motivation to sell it because, like, obviously, you want to buy it to the next thing and a reduced cost.
Yummy.
But the interesting thing is because Malice hasn't represented as much as what was predicted.
What if it just doesn't get hit?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know
Surely.
whether it'll be worth just like mass dumping Malice post Oceanics.
They've got so much stuff to like replace it though. They've got Dragon Tail to replace it. They've got Yummy to replace it. They've got Canine Engine to replace it. I don't see them killing the deck, but I see them once again being like field spell to 1, yellow to 1, red to 1. Just all the stuff they put to just put it all to 1.
But I guess on like the counter side of that, they're gonna fuck up Raziel. They're gonna fuck it up real bad.
that deck's going to die. The question is how? Like, do you limit the 3 and then maybe ban Duo Drive?
And to maybe ban the field spell so they don't have the hand trap installation.
Possibly. It's like the deck does so much if you draw it. That like it facilitates so many fucking decks. Like Peter Mitro today was playing fucking Heraldic Beast, by the way.
Yeah,
like
great.
at
I
no
can afford
point did
Raziel.
I see the Heraldic Beast do anything apart from attach more materials to the detonator.
I feel like that's all it's meant to be. It's just meant to be extender and feed the detonator.
Sure. I was like, it's a format detonator. Anyway.
2 days.
That's how long you play a deck for?
At the moment, yeah.
Play the deck is a loose term.
Yeah.
The amount of times I come out and see Bragg like building a deck on the table and I'm like, oh, Bragg's playing this. And then
Never
he
seen it
won't come
again.
to a locals and then there'll be a different deck being built and I'll be like, okay.
Look, some people just enjoy the process of building. They don't want to do anything. So there's people that restore cars or renovate houses.
No, it's I build it and then go, no, this is abomination. I'm not showing this anywhere. It must die. That was Valmonica.
You were going to bring that last week. Anyway, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, to circle back and I guess repeat what Ben said, if the deck is good, it will hold my interest for quite some time. The other thing is I get quite so even if a deck's relatively shit, but it's just kind of fun to play, I will just keep playing it until something like else catches my imagination.
Completely fair.
I also have like aspirations to play a lot of other stuff. And again, my laziness / maybe incompleteness of having what I need holds me back on playing it. Like I've wanted to play Horus Therion for quite some time.
Fair.
Just haven't put it together.
To be fair, like your time passing that. Therion's just not good anymore.
Yeah, no, like even just on the current format of Droll being so prevalent, that deck would not. Yeah. But yeah, there's a few decks coming out that I'm very excited for. Yummy is appealing. I kind of
Stay
hope.
the fuck away from my
Yummy.
yummies.
Off the yummy
The
side.
thing is, multiple people can play that deck and will be.
And I put this. It is a toxic fucking mirror match, bro.
I can only
The
imagine.
mirror match is
I was
fucked.
I was there in tier element format. I'm aware of what a toxic mirror match looks like.
So like one day, me and Kurt were like, let's test Yummy. We'll test the Yummy mirror so that we know what we're doing. I don't know what the look is.
Mind your business.
So we're like, let's test the Yummy mirror. We were play testing it. We have a basketball game at 6:50. And we're like, 5 o'clock, we'll start playing. Like 6:25, we look down. We're still in game 1. Keep in mind, it's 6:25. We need to drive half an hour, and we need to be at our destination at 6:50.
Everyone's freaking out. They're coming, going, sorry, yummy.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
So yeah, there's a lot of decks I want to play. I kind of hope that
But about
Malice.
8 minutes left on the record.
Yeah, we're nearly done. So yeah, I kind of hope that Malice takes a backseat to other decks so that my Orcust can do stuff without getting fucking death.
No.
Because like while Malice can play under Lancia, Orcust cannot. Orcust no.
Look. Oh, well.
Hey, do you want your karmic retribution again? Apologize. Apologize now.
It'll come next year.
Lastly, second lastly. How often do you switch up the playmat that you use?
Close to every tournament. Unless I'm like really after like really like a playmat. I have like fucking 30.
I'm going to settle on
Like-
GOAT for the moment.
Hmm?
I'm settling on GOAT for the moment.
Okay.
I'm going to commit.
Like I change mine quite regularly. I also go the route of switching my mat to try and like not signal what I'm playing. So
that's
also like I'm trying to get in the habit of always having a zoned mat for tier 2 events and higher. But for locals, I literally will just look at my playmat wall and be like, what am I playing today? This one?
That one.
I want to see abs.
I want to see abs and veiny eyes today.
And last question is from a listener that I've not seen.
Sorry, was your
So this
How do I
person
format it
is
properly?
called Jazelenko. Is Kurt the best player on the Cowboy4Game podcast right now? Yeah.
Well,
yeah?
I mean, the fact that he's not here because he is currently topping an event would indicate yes.
Yes.
And it's because of Horace.
That's a moral victory for Jake.
Oh, it is the biggest moral victory.
Because he moved into the
So-
cowboy house.
So on Tuesday, he was sitting across from me and someone lost me and he said, fuck Horace. And then he versed me and lost to Horace. And then he played Horace and he came second.
Hopefully you didn't show up in my mic there. So what you're telling me, Jake, is it's all horse.
It is. Definitely has nothing to do with the quick synchros and exegs and negates. All the Horaces.
All the horse.
So, bad man. Thank you all very much for listening and watching to this evening's podcast. If you are listening along, feel free to favorite. If you're watching, feel free to like and
Scrubble.
I was
We
so
need more
close to
Scrubbles.
not fucking up for a long time. But anyway, here we are. If you are watching, like and subscribe. Jump into our Discord, ask us some questions, and congratulate Kurt in our Discord as well.
Yes.
And we will catch you all next week.
Bye.
Peace.
Goodbye.